I am a victim of directed energy attacks, EMF energy attacks. I hear voices, etc. And what I've discovered, you'd think that being in a city is a bad place because there's energy everywhere, Wi-Fi, EMF, cell towers. But actually, I feel much better inside of a city. And the reason why is because all the concrete and all the buildings actually block the energy. And when I lived out in a remote area, I had problems with the energy. There was just too much energy coming in. So my recommendation, my ideal place to live, you want to be on the ground floor. We'll use this as an example. We've got this building here. Okay, so I'm looking at this building over here on the right. You don't want to be one of these buildings on the outside. You want to be one of the ones in the center with lots of concrete blocking you. You want to be on a low floor, like the first floor. You want to have concrete walls are better than sheetrock. The densest material is the best material, and it comes from all directions, and it easily passes through windows. For me, a dense material, the densest material I have is a frying pan and coins, my money. The concrete I don't think is as dense. When I've tested it, many inches of concrete is not as good as a frying pan. The frying pan, the frying pan does an excellent job, so I highly recommend something like that. The other thing is the energy almost never comes from directly up above. It almost always comes perpendicular through the walls is when it's strongest, or sometimes at a 45-degree angle, almost never from directly up above. And when I lived in a apartment building that was a long building, most of the energy came from the closest path to the outside. So this is a square building. If you're in the middle, it's the same density in all directions. But if you are in this house, for example, the front of the house over here is easier to get into the house, but going up and down the rows, the energy has a lot more material it has to go through, and that was where the energy was least likely to happen, or it was weakest. The other thing that's really weird is that it seems like the energy is coming from two opposing directions at the same time and meeting me at the middle. And I know it sounds really weird, but it's just something that I've noticed is that if I feel a pain somewhere, I can put my hand on one side of my body to block the pain, but sometimes putting it opposite on the back side also blocked the pain. And that was just one of the weird things that I've noticed about this experience. The other thing is that there's two types of materials that are really important. Not only dense materials, but paper is extremely important because ultraviolet B rays can cause your skin to burn, and it can cause you to have headaches, and it can cause you muscle pain. And that's why I use paper to also block this energy, because sometimes it's ultraviolet B that's causing me physical pains. And round objects such as tin cans and plastic bottles, also, and even a computer mouse, will also disrupt the energy. One of the things that I use is tin foil, and I crumple it up, and it's just as strong as a heavy metal tin can, like a can that you might put food in, like a can of corn or something like that. So crumpling it up scatters the beams and weakens them. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, please post below.